Welcome back, Warner fam. Today we're diving into a sci-fi drama film that will keep you on the edge of your seat, Megalopolis. So keep your eyes wide open and stay safe because this movie starts off with a bang. The movie begins with a deep, powerful voice that feels like it's from another time. Fundi Romain warns us with an old saying, when the Empire of Rome fell, it was not a single man who caused it, but the forgetting of the past by those who held power. This mysterious proverb hints at the biggest lesson in the film. An empire, old or new, can't survive if its leaders forget the past. As Fundi's voice echoes through the futuristic city of New Rome, we get a glimpse of Caesar Catalina's grand plan. He's the architect with a vision to rebuild the empire, but his controversial ideas are about to clash with everything people believe in. The city is buzzing, but will his dream come true, or will history repeat itself? We first meet Caesar in a dramatic way as he stands on the edge of a tall skyscraper in the heart of New Rome. In a strange and jaw-dropping moment, Caesar steps off the edge, only to stop time as he floats in midair. The entire city below him is frozen. Cars, people, and even the wind are stuck in a perfect moment of stillness. This incredible power to control time is a key part of Caesar's world. It shows that he can not only control what's around him, but even the very fabric of reality itself. As he slowly floats back onto the rooftop, we can see the deep struggle inside him. Caesar is a visionary with amazing abilities, but his power comes with a heavy, dangerous price. In the shining, high-class world of New Rome, we meet Julia Cicero, the daughter of the city's powerful mayor, Franklin Cicero. Julia is at a fancy party, surrounded by friends, where we also meet the strange siblings, Clodio and Clodia Pulcher. Clodio is clearly interested in Julia, but his actions are uncomfortable and awkward, making her feel uneasy. Julia, too, is troubled by her father's overwhelming power and influence. As she reads about herself in the city's top newspapers, it becomes clear that her life is on display for all to see. In the busy downtown of New Rome, we see Caesar again, but this time, he's using his powers to bring down a building in a way that looks almost like art. He freezes time once more, calmly walking through the chaos as steel beams fall and chunks of concrete float in midair. Julia watches from her limo, unaffected by the frozen time, and her curiosity grows. She's one of the few who truly notices Caesar's godlike control over everything around him. Caesar's invention of a new building material called megalon has made him famous all over the world, even earning him a Nobel Prize for his work. The city's skyline seems to change, shaped by his designs as he tries to remake the world in his own image. Caesar is driven to a press conference where he's about to reveal his big plan for the future of New Rome. His assistant, Fundi, tries to keep him grounded, but Fundi himself seems unsure about what Caesar's vision could mean for the city. At the conference, famous reporter Wow Platinum covers the event, and we learn that Caesar's powerful uncle, Hamilton Crassus III, is supporting his construction projects. Crassus, a major figure in the city's elite world, has put a lot of money into Caesar's megalon project. The mood turns tense when Cicero's fixer, Nush Berman, warns Caesar about the possible political trouble his ideas might cause. With great confidence, Caesar announces his plan to transform New Rome using megalon, a new material that could change construction forever. But Cicero, always playing the political game, hits back by bringing up a painful part of Caesar's past, the mysterious death of his wife. Though Caesar was cleared of any blame, the memory still hurts, and this public reminder is a sharp blow to his carefully built image. Later, in private, Caesar has a brief but intense affair with Wow, a relationship that reflects how fleeting and uncertain his life feels in a city that thrives on illusions. Julia, troubled by the personal and political drama surrounding Caesar, writes him a heated letter, demanding answers about what he really wants. When she confronts him at his company, a heated argument breaks out between them. They talk about the rivalry between Caesar and her father, as well as the bigger problems facing their city. But soon, their conversation takes a turn when Caesar shows Julia a model of his megalopolis, a glimpse into his dream for the future of New Rome. The model is stunning, a city made of glass and steel, almost like a perfect world that catches Julia's attention. Before long, she finds herself drawn to Caesar's big ideas and decides to join his business, much to her father's disappointment. Julia starts to dig into Caesar's past, uncovering the heartbreaking story behind his wife's death. She learns that her own father, who used to be a district attorney, tried to accuse Caesar of murder after his wife died from an insulin overdose and mysteriously vanished. This shocks Julia, but as she continues to follow Caesar through the city, she begins to see strange things happening. Statues seem to move on their own, breaking apart, and the line between what's real and what's not starts to fade. Julia soon understands that Caesar's obsession with his wife's memory goes beyond just sadness. It's part of a bigger struggle he has to control time and destiny. Meanwhile, the extravagant world of New Rome keeps growing more wild and out of control. The rich, like Wow and Crassus, are living in a bubble of luxury, ignoring all the chaos in the streets. At one of their big, fancy parties, the tension between Caesar and the rest of the rich crowd boils over. Vesta Sweetwater, a young pop star, is auctioning off her virginity as part of a strange performance. Some people in the crowd are excited, while others are disgusted by the whole thing. Meanwhile, Caesar slips backstage to get lost in his thoughts while using psychedelic drugs. Claudio, wanting to make Caesar look bad and ruin his reputation, leaks a video of Vesta being with him. But the video is fake, and Claudio's plan backfires, leading to a scandal that nearly destroys Caesar's career. After everything that happened, Caesar is arrested. Julia, determined to prove his innocence, teams up with Claudia to find out the truth about Vesta. They dig deep and uncover that Vesta isn't really 17, like she said, but 23 years old. They also find out the video of her with Caesar was edited. With this new info, they manage to clear Caesar's name, but the harm has already been done. Caesar tells Julia that he can no longer stop time, but when they share a hug, something amazing happens. His powers come back. They kiss, making their bond even stronger and showing they're ready to be there for each other no matter what. Claudio, however, doesn't give up and keeps trying to ruin Caesar. He gathers protesters to fight against the Megalopolis project and tries to use Caesar's scandal to turn everyone against him. Noosh warns Cicero that Claudio's actions could harm his political career, but Cicero, focused on keeping control over Caesar, offers him a deal. If Caesar stays away from Julia, Cicero will tell him the truth about his wife's death. Caesar refuses the offer, determined not to let Cicero control him. Meanwhile, the city is shaken when a Soviet satellite called Carthage crashes down from the sky, breaking into pieces and showering debris all over New Rome. The destruction makes everything even more tense, but Caesar seizes the moment to announce he will continue with his Megalopolis project, no matter the chaos. Julia, now expecting their child, tells Caesar the news, and he is thrilled, but their joy is short-lived when Claudio begins to push his own political goals, using the chaos from the satellite crash as the perfect opportunity to rise to power. As the months go by, Claudio's rioters clash with Caesar's supporters, and the city turns into a battleground for control. One day, an assassin tries to kill Caesar, but the Megalon material saves him, quickly healing the bullet wound. The attack makes Caesar a hero to the people, making his power even stronger. Meanwhile, Claudio and Wow team up to steal Crassus's fortune, tricking him into losing his job as the CEO of his own company. As spring arrives, Julia gives birth to their daughter, Sunny Hope. Cicero, who was once cold and distant, starts to grow close to his granddaughter. But as the city falls into chaos, Claudio and Wow's plans begin to fall apart. In a shocking turn of events, Claudio, in a fit of rage, kills Wow by shooting her, and he also accidentally hurts Claudia in the process. In the final act, Caesar faces the rioters and gives a strong speech that changes everything. The protesters, who are tired of Claudio's leadership, turn against him. Claudio ends up hanging by his legs, showing how far he has fallen from power. Crassus, now fully backing Caesar, agrees to help fund the Megalopolis project, and it moves forward. Months later, the Megalopolis is finished, standing tall as a symbol of Caesar's dream. Cicero, now fully supporting Caesar, joins him and his family to celebrate the city's completion. As they gather for New Year's Eve, the countdown begins. Just before the clock strikes midnight, Caesar tries to freeze time, but to his surprise, his daughter, Sunny Hope, is not affected by his powers. In this final moment, the story hints that even though Caesar has control over time and reality, the future is still unpredictable and free, showing that no matter how powerful someone is, they can't control everything, especially destiny. The film ends with Caesar standing at the top of his city, looking out over the skyline of New Rome. His face shows a mix of determination and deep thought as he reflects on everything he has built and the challenges still ahead. So, which awesome movie should we recap next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below and let's make it happen. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you never miss out on our fun recaps. We've got plenty more coming your way. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Produced by Warner Talks.